The Outdoor Journal, brought to you by Shimano, geared for performance.
They know some 100 years ago, when this tiny railway community was being founded, that someday it would become the soft adventure vacation capital of the world. That's right. If you've got an itch, this is where you scratch it. Hi everybody, I'm Angelo. Welcome to this week's Outdoor Journal. Today we're coming to you from Revelstoke, British Columbia, Canada's nomination for Outstanding Vacation of a Lifetime Award. You see, unlike most adventure destinations, Revelstoke is a hot spot for all seasons. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, the adrenaline just keeps flowing. With elevations of up to 10,000 feet and annual snowfalls of 18 meters or 60 feet of white powdery stuff, it's not hard to see why it's world-renowned as a winter wonderland. Activities like heli skiing and its less expensive cousin cat skiing, glacier trekking, mountain snowmobiling, winter camping, ice climbing, the list goes on and on. But as you can probably tell, today we're here to sample some of the less frigid activities that take place in this alpine super getaway called Revelstoke. Located in the Canadian province of British Columbia, Revelstoke is nestled between the Selkirk Mountains to the east and the Monashee Mountains to the west. And since this quiet little town site was officially proclaimed the city of Revelstoke in 1899, it's been considered the capital of Canada's Alps. The region began as a typical frontier settlement and was later surveyed as a spot where the Canadian Pacific Railroad would cross the Columbia River and unite the province with the rest of Canada. From then on, Revelstoke's future was secured. Today, it's a thriving community and a frequent stop for tourists of all types. If you're a traveler who enjoys all the modern amenities or an extreme adventure thrill seeker, Revelstoke has something to offer. It's easy to get lost in this dreamy hamlet. The nightlife is especially colorful in Revelstoke during the summer months. Every evening in Grizzly Plaza, the town hosts live entertainment for its tourists and locals alike. Although the winter activities here are its real claim to fame, Revelstoke has a few other hidden little gems. Oh yeah, and the folks here at Revelstoke also claim to have the world's biggest bear statues. That's Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and of course, Baby Bear. The world's biggest? I don't think so. Okay, that's great, but I came here to do more than just see sculptured bears. What about those mountains I saw that surround Revelstoke? I think I'm going to get up close and personal. And what better way to do that than on two wheels? My guides for this jaunt into the mountains is Summit Cycle Tours, a local outfit here in Revelstoke owned and operated by Doug Patowski.
So we're going to take two vehicles, one vehicle.
All right. Is that me? No? How's this? Ooh. Okay, time to load up the van and head out to them dar hills.
Take it from there.
Hold on, I still don't have a helmet. Ooh. That's gotta be me.
Yahoo!
That's gotta be me.
That's you.
That's better. Now off to Mount Revelstoke National Park.
Of trees you're going through, and then you break out into the open.
The region was made into a park in 1914 after being lobbied by the people of Revelstoke. In 1927, a road was completed to the summit, and it's that same road we'll be riding on today. Okay, time to unload, select our hardware, and gear up. Now we say goodbye to the van and hop on our new vehicles. Just a few pounds of rubber and steel and we supply the power. From here on in, it's my kind of cycling. Beautiful scenery, nice weather, and it's all downhill to boot. Being constantly on the brakes is not a bad thing?
No, let it roll for the main part,
Uh-huh.
or else have the brakes on and let them off.
Okay. What's the elevation we're at right now?
We're at about 6,500 feet,
6,500. And
Yeah.
Revelstoke is at what?
1,500 feet.
Wow, look at that. Now, what is that?
The peaks we're looking at are the Albert Peaks, and from the summit of those peaks down to the valley floor is nearly 7,000 vertical feet.
That is magnificent.
It's wonderful.
And it's hard to, unless somebody's up here looking at this stuff. I mean, how do you ever explain this this vista?
You just,
That is incredible.
no, it's great.
Carry on, sir.
Okay, here
Hopefully
we go.
we won't ride into the snow. But it looks like we're getting awful close to it. So what made you come up and do this in this park?
Well, we came up here and we discovered this amazing road down, and rode down it and thought, wowee, this is just fantastic. Let's do it. And proposed it to Parks Canada, and said give us a plan, and it's been built from there. It's been 4 years now.
A great
We've had
idea.
people from 22 countries.
So what's a normal day or a normal trip?
It takes about 4¼ to 4½ hours.
And you actually do like lunches and stuff, I guess?
We do
or-
like lunches, a beautiful tea service, baked goods, fresh fruits, all kinds of wonderful stuff.
So your season stretches from when to when?
Our season stretches from late June until mid-September.
Is it an unscheduled pit stop or what, Doug?
An unscheduled pit stop. Yeah,
Where are
this
we
is an
going?
outhouse like you've never seen before.
You gotta be joking.
No, I'm not joking. I want you to think of really, really deep snow, and you've come out of the cabin in the middle of the winter, and you come around here, and it is your savior.
So there's snow now
There's snow up to here.
up to here.
How do you get in?
Obviously, I can't go in there.
No, so there's 1 door, 2 doors, 3 doors.
That's the door I'm gonna use.
That's the door you're gonna
Is
lose.
that wild?
Yeah, come on, take a peek here.
May I?
You may.
That is wild. That's incredible.
Well, just think of it. 10 to 15 meters a year, it settles pretty deep.
Boy, I'll tell you, this place must look awful good in the middle, dead of winter.
Oh, wow.
You gotta go.
It's a skier's paradise.
Woo. That is cool. But, you know, it's too bad I didn't have to go.
You can fake it.
Story of my life. Coming up, more cycling and later, high-flying hiking through the Selkirks. Welcome back to the Outdoor Journal and my cycling tour of Revelstoke National Park, British Columbia.
A great corner.
Bit of a hairpin.
Wow. All right.
Wow! That is unbelievable. That is incredible. So that's Revelstoke, right?
So Revelstoke is
Yeah.
down below us.
Yeah. What's the name of the mountains?
The big peak that you see with the 3 prongs is Begbie, Mount Begbie.
That's that judge, the
Yeah,
hanging
yeah,
judge.
that's right. That he named after the hanging judge. Back during the gold rush, to enforce things and to make sure his law was followed, he hung a couple of people, and he got famous for it. And well, he's real famous with a couple of mountains and a road named after him. And just a little to the left there, you see that big ice fall, an ice glacier?
Yeah.
Well, that is Blanket Glacier, and that's just a super downhill, well, more so helicopter skiing and alpine touring ski area. And this is Mount Mackenzie. And Mount Mackenzie, yeah, it's snowcat skied on top, and it will be developed into a ski area, and it's quite amazing because it will have the highest amount of vertical of any ski area in North America. Beating out that mountain, beating out Whistler and Blackcomb.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Show me more, buddy.
Okay, here we go.
You got me hooked now. You ever see any wild animals and stuff come out?
Oh, we sure do. Hey, see these bells?
Oh, that's
So
what it's
yeah. The
Okay.
very first time we put these bells on the bike
Yeah.
in case we ran into bears.
What else you get up
We
here?
see marmots. This year is a bumper crop for porcupines, ptarmigans, Colombian ground squirrels,
Wow.
plus the bird life.
Yeah. What's next in my
So
in
down
my
around the
amazement
corner
here?
here, we come to the woodpecker tree of woodpecker
Now, how do you
holes.
qualify that as the woodpecker tree of woodpecker trees?
With the biggest holes you've ever seen a woodpecker make, and more of them. We're talking an apartment.
Holy cow!
You betcha. Let's go take a
That's
walk in
not
there.
a woodpecker.
That's a woodpecker.
There's no way.
Those woodpeckers, yeah, those holes are made by a pileated woodpecker, which is about this big, and it's the woodpecker that Woody Woodpecker was modeled after. Come and see.
I don't know. I don't know, Doug.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. The woodpeckers go after the ants in the tree, or more so the ant grubs, and look what they can peck out.
Okay.
And look at the size of the chips that they come out with.
Have you seen the bird do this?
We've seen the bird do this.
Wow, look at the size
Look
of
at the size of them. It's like you could put your hand in there.
Yeah. And how big is the bird?
About 15 to 18 inches. It's a big bird.
Wow.
You betcha.
Huh.
Yeah.
You're amazing me. Every curve, every turn. Well, by the looks of the sky overhead, it's getting late in the tour and we've almost come to the end of our trek. I wanted to reach the outlook point before it got too dark. We made it just in time, and boy, is it worth it. Boy, it's getting dark quick now.
It's getting dark. The lights are starting to come up. If
That
we
is really nice.
stay up here a little longer, maybe we'll hear the music coming up from the plaza.
Beautiful little town.
It's a beautiful
Yeah,
town. Grizzly Plaza is beautiful.
Yeah,
The
those-
sculptures
the
of the bears
Yeah.
are fantastic.
No, somebody told me they were the largest bear sculptures in the world.
Yeah, exactly. The largest sculpted grizzly bears in the world.
Now, who
Done by a
started
local
that?
guy.
Who started that rumor?
It's not a rumor.
Well, it's the largest sculpted grizzly bears I have seen today, for sure.
That's true.
Okay, so
Right.
that much I'll give you. But the world, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to do some research.
Yeah.
Very good, my friend.
Okay.
Well, you have certainly bestowed a gift upon me that'll stay with me for some time. This has been tremendous. To really experience the rugged and untouched wilderness of the Columbia Mountains, you have to get away from the roads and highways and fly. And the flying machine of choice in these parts is definitely the chopper. My mountain guides today will be Ian Campbell, manager of Gothics Lodge, and his assistant Lisa Ayers. CMH, or Canadian Mountain Holidays, has been operating and flying helicopters in the spectacular Monashee and Selkirk Mountains for over 30 years. If you've never flown in a heli before, it's totally unlike the experience of flying in a plane. It's an absolute blast. Most people think that all the mountains in Western Canada are the Rockies. But make no mistake about it, these babies are the Columbia Mountains, made up of the Purcell, Selkirk, Monashee, and Caribou Ranges. The Columbias are much older than the Rockies and therefore tend to be more jagged and steeper than their eastern neighbors, which makes heli hiking up here a real spectacular experience. Depending on weather patterns and the expertise and conditioning of the individuals who take a trip like this, there are various locations and options for the pilot with regards to a drop-off point. Not only does he have to put you down, but he has to be able to pick you up as well. So, estimated distance that you'll be able to cover, plus wind conditions and cloud movement all play a major role in his decision. In my case, it should be fairly easy. Out of shape and already out of breath, I'd say about 100 feet ought to do it. So how often do you come out here, Ian?
Well, usually we'll come to a place like this at a maximum about once every 4 days. The tours are 4 days long. Basically, we don't come to this spot every tour, so it might be a week or 2 weeks that we spend away from a place like this. We try to disperse ourselves over the different areas so that we don't have too much impact in one area at any given time.
How many people can you accommodate?
We take 44 guests at a time.
44.
Yeah. We try to operate in groups of 11. The helicopter takes 11 guests plus a guide.
Okay.
And so we try to book to 33 or 44, preferably 44 if we can. Yeah. There's virtually no other people using these mountains for recreational purposes in this area at this time. And so that 44 people is basically alone in an area of about 1,500 square kilometers.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty nice.
That's wilderness. You ever get any bear up this high?
Yeah, occasionally there's grizzly bears that inhabit the alpine in the summertime.
Oh, really?
But I've only seen one in the 10 years that I've been guiding hiking.
That's good news.
Yeah, it's good for us.
Yeah,
It's
like
good.
there's not many places to run from a bear up here, is there?
If you run 100 feet, a bear can run 166 feet in the same time. But you don't really have to run faster than a bear.
No?
No, you just have to run faster than your partner.
Are we there yet?
Oh, almost.
Coming up, a view from the penthouse. Welcome back. We're almost to the top of the ridge in our hike across the Columbia mountain range. What's this ridge called we're on now?
Well, it's the south ridge of Little Creek. This is actually a goat trail we're walking on right now.
Are you apt to see wildlife like that up here?
Yeah, we see goats occasionally from a distance. We know where their habitat is, and we try to avoid flying close to them. So often we end up trying to avoid the habitat just for those concerns that we have.
This is just, wow, it's beyond words. I guess pacing yourself is the key out here, isn't it?
Yeah, take small steps and just keep your heels on the ground when you go uphill. Otherwise you wear your calf muscles out. Develop a pace that you could just maintain. This rock here is just a fairly low-grade metamorphic rock, like a shale, a bit of mica in it, so you could call it a schist, I guess. And it was at one time on the seafloor.
There's a lot more soil up here than I thought there would be.
Yeah.
There's a lot of soil.
Yeah, these kinds of shales erode very quickly, so the lichens and the mosses that break them apart can work quite quickly on them.
Huh. And definitely a lot more green and vegetation than I had anticipated as well.
It's just beautiful now, especially when the snow just goes off of it. There's lots of moisture. Now it looks like we're coming to the top pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great, huh?
Just one breathtaking scene after another, isn't it?
Yeah.
I asked you earlier on why people would come up on a trip like this, and I just answered my own question by coming up here, I guess. It is just beyond belief. Unless you're up here, it's pretty hard to describe. This is beyond words. That's all I can say. Now, that red stuff that I see, obviously that's not man-made.
No.
What is that?
Well, that's an algae that lives in the snow. We call it watermelon snow.
So it's plant life. Wow.
Some summers it's more pronounced than others, and this one is a good red snow summer. Yeah. And these little waves on the snow here, those are called sun cups, and they're just a feature of the snow melting with the effects of the sun.
I would have thought it was more wind.
No, it looks like that, doesn't
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What a world up here.
Yeah,
what
beautiful.
a world. Well, shall we carry on?
Yeah, let's head back here.
Alrighty. I noticed the clouds are coming up.
Yeah.
Do you ever get into a situation where the clouds or mist or whatever starts moving in and kind of messes up your plans, as it were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We watch the weather quite closely, you know, and if there's a chance that we're going to get whited out somewhere, we basically call the ship in.
Like this doesn't bother you at all? This stuff that's coming up?
Oh, not really, because you can see the valley floor here, and there's lots of holes everywhere. It doesn't bother me too much.
Is that lunch that I hear coming?
That's lunch. Let's go for it.
Let's speed it down the road here.